Hi dear students, welcome to this class. So in the last class, we had been regarding about what? The first main step of nutrition in animal, that is ingestion. Nutrition in human beings, that is ingestion. So already clearly you have learned about the first step of ingestion in the last class. So we are taking your food inside the body with the help of mouth, and your mouth mainly contains teeth, and you have totally two sets of teeth in your mouth. So there are four kinds are there: incisor teeth, canine teeth, premolar teeth, and molar teeth. And already we have clearly learned their functions of four kinds of teeth. Yes, sir. So in a mouth, when you intake the food, you are break down that food particles into simple substances, simple particles. So that process we what we call it is a mastication. Yes, sir. So and also tongue is there. So that tongue has basically four kinds of taste buds: sweet taste buds, bitter taste buds, sour taste buds. Yes, sir. Like that. So let's come the second main step of nutrition takes place in human beings. Okay, that is a digestion. Ingestion after second step is the digestion. Understand? So let's see how this digestion takes place in human body. Okay, already you know about ingestion process in the last class. Okay, let's come digestion. This digestion mainly involves mouth, stomach, and small intestine. Mouth, stomach, and small intestine. Clear? Let's see, students. So, after intaking food inside the mouth, so your teeth that broken down the food particles into simple substances. Understand? And the saliva and your tongue that rolls the food throughout your mouth, and saliva that mix up with this broken down food, and it forms what? Bolus, the soft ball, that is called bolus. Understand? So then it enters into where? Esophagus. Then it enters into esophagus, which is also called food pipe. Which is also called food pipe. Understand? See, inside this food pipe. So this food pipe continuously contraction and relaxation happens in the food pipe. So this contraction and relaxation of that esophagus or food pipe that pulls the food to the downward direction, that puts the food to the downward direction. Finally it reaches what? Stomach. Finally it reaches stomach. So one thing you understand in this, the movement of this food particle inside the esophagus, the movement of food particle inside the esophagus, that is called peristalsis movement. What it is? Peristalsis movement. Understand? Which is also called peristaltic movement. Okay. So the movement of food particle inside the esophagus or food pipe, that movement of food particle is called peristalsis movement. How it moves down the food particle to the stomach? By the contraction and relaxation happened in the esophagus or food pipe. So this contraction and relaxation of the food pipe that pushes the food particle to downward to the stomach, and finally that food reaches the stomach. Okay, so there comes stomach is there. So when food enters into stomach, understand? Remember, the food finally reaches the stomach. Understand? So this stomach, so the inner wall of the stomach that secretes what? Digestive juices, hydrochloric acid, and mucus. Remember, students, this stomach, the inner wall, this is the inner wall. Understand? the inner wall of that stomach that secretes what? Digestive juices. Understand? Hydrochloric acid and mucus. Let's see what exactly happened in a stomach. After reaching the food particle in the stomach, the inner wall of that stomach that secretes digestive juices. So these digestive juices, especially pepsin is the pepsin. That juice, the pepsin is the pepsin juice. Its name is pepsin. So this pepsin or digestive juice that helps in the complete breakdown of proteins, that helps in the breakdown of proteins into simpler units. Remember students, these proteins are mainly made up of amino acids. Proteins are made up of amino acids. Already I told. So these digestive juices secreted by the stomach. Example is the pepsin that helps in the breakdown of proteins into simpler units. What it makes finally it turns to amino acids because proteins are made up of amino acids. So totally in the stomach part, the breakdown of proteins is taken place. It's a very important point to remember. What happened in the stomach? When the food reaches the stomach, the inner wall of the stomach that secretes digestive juices like pepsin that helps in the broken down of proteins. Understand? So this pepsin or digestive juices that breaks down the protein into what? Amino acids. Clear or not, students? Let's come to the second. Hydrochloric acid is there. Remember, this hydrochloric acid it is in a dilute form is there. It is not a concentrating. It doesn't harm your stomach. So it is in a dilute form. Sir, what it made, sir, in the stomach, sir? What is the function of this hydrochloric acid in the stomach? Understand? The main function of this hydrochloric acid is, so this hydrochloric acid that kills the small germs, either you can say bacteria, if present in food, if present in your consumed food. Understand? So this is the main function of this hydrochloric acid in your stomach. Remember, this hydrochloric acid that helps in the killing of harmful germs, either you can say bacteria if present in food. That is the function of this hydrochloric acid. Clear? Okay. Let's come students. Mucus is there. What is mucus? So what is the function of this mucus, sir? So this mucus that protects the stomach. This mucus that protects the stomach. See, this is a U-shaped muscular organ. Stomach means it is a U-shaped muscular organ which is located at upper part of abdomen. Upper part of abdomen. Understand? So this mucus that helps in the protection from acids. Protection from harmful actions of acids. Understand? So the very important function of this mucus that helps to protect the harmful actions of acids in the stomach. Understand? Totally in the stomach, partial digestion is takes place, not complete. What? Partial digestion of takes place because only proteins get digested in the stomach by the help of digestive juice like pepsin. So this pepsin that breaks down the proteins into what? Amino acids. Clear? Hence we say in the stomach, in the U-shaped muscular organ presented in the upper abdomen part. So in that part, only partial digestion of food is takes place. Okay. So that's it, students. After partial digestion of food, this food then enters into what? Where? To the small intestine. To the small intestine. So there is a pipe is there that makes a connection with the small intestine to the stomach. So this part is called what? Duodenum. What it is? Duodenum. This part we call the duodenum. Through this duodenum, the partial digested food then enters into small intestine. Remember students, the length of this small intestine in your stomach is that is about 7.5 meter is there. 7.5 meter length is there of this small intestine. Understand? Remember. So after partial digestion, the food enters into small intestine from the stomach through the duodenum. Understand? So when partial digested food enters into the small intestine, in the small intestine, complete digestion takes place. Remember, the complete digestion takes place in a small intestine. Clear or no? Okay. So when food reaches the small intestine, this small intestine that receives the secretions from liver and pancreas. See students, here liver is there, here pancreas is there. So this pancreas is the liver. So where these liver that secretes bile juice. The liver secretes bile juice, pancreas secretes pancreatic juice. Very important point to repeat. Remember, liver secretes bile juice, pancreas secretes pancreatic juice. Understand? So these two glands, your liver and pancreas. Remember, liver is said to be largest gland in a human body. Understand? Liver is the largest gland of human body. So this liver that secretes what? Bile juice. And pancreas is there. That pancreas secretes pancreatic juice. Okay. So what is the function of these juices, sir? So these juices are received by what? Small intestine. When partially digested food enters in the small intestine from the stomach through the duodenum, understand? So this by what it is liver and pancreas that sends their secreted juices to the small intestine. Okay? See, liver secretes bile juice, pancreas secretes pancreatic juice. Okay? What is the function of this bile juice, sir? That helps in the breakdown of fats, that helps in the breakdown of fats. In the stomach, breakdown of proteins is taken place. What way? Pepsin, digestive juice that break down the proteins into amino acids. Here in case of small intestine, breakdown of fats takes place. So this bile juice that converts fats into fatty acids. Fats into fatty acids. Understand? So here this pancreatic juice that break down the carbohydrates, So these carbohydrates broken down to form simple sugars. That broken down to form what? Simple sugars. Understand? So this breakdown of this carbohydrate and fats which takes place in a small intestine. Understand? Hence we say the complete digestion takes place in the part small intestine. Clear or no students? The small intestine. So this is the second step of nutrition, that is a digestion. In this digestion process, three parts involved: mouth, stomach and small intestine. One main important point to be remember. So this mouth that passes the food to the stomach through the food pipe or esophagus. Inside the esophagus, contraction and relaxation is happen. This contraction and relaxation of that food pipe that pushes the food to in a downward direction to the stomach. So the movement of this food particle in our esophagus or food pipe, that movement we call it as a peristalsis movement. Very important point. Okay, kept in mind. So when food reaches the stomach, inside the inner wall of the stomach, that secretes the digestive juices like pepsin that helps in the breakdown of proteins into amino acids, and hydrochloric acid that is in a dilute form that helps in the killing of harmful germs if present in food, and this mucus that protects the stomach from harmful actions of these acids. Okay. So here the partial digestion is takes place, not complete. So then partial digestion food enters into small intestine. The length of the small intestine is 7.5 meter. So this small intestine that receives the secretions from liver and pancreas. So liver secretes the bile juice that helps to break down the fats into fatty acids, and pancreas that secretes the pancreatic juice that helps to break down the carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are finally broken down into sugars. Hence we say the complete digestion takes place in a small intestine. Clear or no, students? So after this digestion, next step is K. Which is that? Ingestion, digestion, absorption. Absorption is there. Okay, students. So when complete digestion takes place in a small intestine, so inside the small intestine, inner wall of the small intestine that contain finger-like projections. Finger-like projections. So these are called villi. These are called villi. The finger-like projections present inside the wall of small intestine. Understand? The finger-like projections present inside the wall of small intestine. They are called villi. Understand? So that increases the surface area for the absorption of digested food. For the absorption of digested food. Understand? So here absorption. In the process of absorption, this villi is a plural form. Singular form villus. Villus is the singular form. In plural form we call it as a villi. So these villi they plays very important role in the absorption of food. In the absorption of food. Understand, students? Okay. After absorption, next step will come. That is what? Assimilation. What is assimilation? Very important step. Assimilation. So these villi that absorbs the digested food. Okay. So these digested food is absorbed and sent to the blood. Sends to the blood. So that blood that sends this digested food to the all body cells. To the all body cells. Understand? So when all cells receive the digested food, in a cell, digested food is get oxidized with the help of oxygen. Get oxidized, either you can say burn. The food get burned in the cell with the help of oxygen, and finally it releases what? Energy. Finally it releases energy. So that step we call this, that process we call this assimilation. That process we call this assimilation. Clear or no, students? Okay. So in the final step is there, that is digestion. Last step is there, digestion. Okay. So villi absorb the food, and that absorbed food is sent to the all body cells by the blood. So when all cells receives the blood digested food, so that food get oxidized or burned inside the cell, and finally it releases the energy. That process we call it is assimilation. Understand? After this assimilation, last step is came, that is digestion. Understand? So when food get complete digestion in a small intestine, some part of food get undigested. Some part of food get undigested. So that undigested food enters into large intestine. That enters into large intestine. Understand? So the undigested food enters into large intestine. So this large intestine that absorb water and salt. What it does? That absorb water and salt. The large intestine absorb water and salts from the undigested food. When this large intestine absorbs all water content from the undigested food, then it forms what? Feces. Then it forms what? Feces. Understand? So this feces is collected in a rectum part. It is collected in a rectum part. Understand? So when the feces is collected in rectum part, it must be eliminated with the help of anus. Eliminated through the anus. So that eliminating of undigested food or feces through the anus, that is called digestion. That is called digestion. Understand? So, dear students, these are the main important steps of nutrition involved in human beings. I think you clearly understood this. Steps of nutrition takes place in human beings. So, take down these notes in a CW. In the next class, we will discuss about nutrition in ruminant animals. Understand? So we will meet that with the next concept in the next class, that is nutrition in ruminant animals. Okay. Thank you for watching this class.